Unfortunately, all women are at risk for breast cancer. For most women, the risk is not high. That being said, they're at risk. And so what can they do to take risk reduction into their own hands? One of the biggest things they can do is live a healthy lifestyle.
My family does have a history. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was in 8th grade. It was very difficult then. My diagnosis came along and we'd been through it before. We knew we could get through it again. After I was diagnosed, and more after my surgery, I couldn't even lift my arms. I couldn't pick up a hairbrush. I had zero strength whatsoever, and it took me a very long time, and I'm really still working on building that strength back up. I'm doing it now because I realize someday I can't.
This is actually me and my mom. We looked a lot alike. This is me and my dad, my mom and her best friend at her last chemo treatment. Through her entire journey, she was so positive. One thing she said all the time was, life's too short and everything happens for a reason. Since I can remember, every chance we got, we'd get up early in the morning and go on 5, 6, 7 mile walks. Me and my dad try to go now to look at the ducks because that was my mom's favorite thing. A few days after she passed, me and my dad decided to go back to the same pond where we fed the ducks, and there was only one male duck left.
One of the biggest ways to avoid cancer is staying healthy. Eat healthy, exercise regularly.
The role of exercise in the prevention of breast cancer is really clear. The more one exercises, the lower the likelihood is that they'll get breast cancer through their lifetime. Therefore, the current recommendations are that a woman get at least 150 minutes a week. And it doesn't have to be running a marathon or sprinting or doing high impact exercise. What we want to see is moderate level physical activity.
So to stay fit for work, I run a lot, need to build up endurance. We do drills at work. As much as it is practicing our firefighting skills, it's fantastic exercise as well. It's actually been bigger than I think I realized earlier, that with exercise, I can set my own goals and I can see myself achieve those goals and even surpass them. It's fantastic to just feel better and feel more alive.
My mom, she loved exercising. She was extremely fit and active. She would go to chemo and then come back and want to go on a 5-mile walk. Nothing stopped her. I try to do the exercising to reduce my stress with dealing with the loss of her, but also to try to connect with her. I do the elliptical. I sometimes run. I try to remember that I want to be healthy, not only for myself and my family, but for her as well, because I know if I ever get diagnosed, it's going to help to be healthy.
Exercise after a diagnosis of breast cancer, just like before a diagnosis of breast cancer, is associated with women doing better. So women who get breast cancer are at lower risk of hearing from it again when they have early stage breast cancer if they exercise. It helps with recovery. Even for women living with the disease who have advanced breast cancer, exercise is a tremendous help to not only do better in the long run, but feel better.
The first year that my mom got sick, we did the race. After my mom passed, I made a team. The first year, I raised over $5,000, and I know that she would be so proud. And then we just did it this year as well. I had another 20 people, and we raised a couple thousand again. And all my friends keep asking me, are we gonna do the race again? So we'll do it again next April, and hopefully I can raise even more money in support of it.
I want Charlie to grow up realizing that exercise is fun and really important. I want him to enjoy sports and enjoy going for a jog or a bike ride. And when we do things as a family and he sees his mom doing it, I want him to just grow up as it being a second nature. Being fit is so important. Feeling comfortable in your own skin and being able to go out and jog a mile and not get winded every time you have to walk up a flight of stairs. Your health is so important.
We prescribe exercise for all women with or without a history in their family. They can take their health into their own hands, and that's a setup for a healthier life and a preventive life.